Well, hey there guys, and welcome to China. Now, today I'm talking about Chinese girls. You know, I am the first foreigner to ever make videos about China on YouTube. And so from the beginning, I've always gotten questions from people who are interested in dating Chinese girls, who are perhaps thinking about getting married to Chinese women, and just general questions from other foreigners who are curious about Chinese girls. And so I'm going to answer the question that I get asked the most still, even though I've made a video about this years ago. And that question is, are Chinese girls easy? Now guys, as you can see, the weather today is absolutely terrible. There's a typhoon here, so every once in a while the heavens open up and we get drenched. But then, like now, I think it's safe for me to put the umbrella away. The rain goes away for a little while. So, anyway, let me answer the question first. Are Chinese girls easy? The answer is yes, they are, and no, they're not. And there are quite a few different factors you have to take into consideration. Now, the reason I say yes is because as a light-skinned foreigner like myself, a white person, or someone with lighter skin, getting into a relationship with a Chinese girl is actually fairly easy. Now, if you are black or Indian or Pakistani or any kind of a brown or darker skinned person, it's going to be more difficult for you. I'm not saying it's going to be impossible, but it will be a lot more difficult. Now, no problem. It's okay. Now, the reason why I say it's a lot more difficult is because, yeah, there's a camera over there. See, everybody here is very curious. Yeah, cool.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video.
For what?
Video.
Yeah, I'm making a video. I want to ask some of my Chinese friends if they think that white foreigners or black foreigners are more handsome.
White.
Do you,
是女定係海人啊
do you think a white foreigner or a black foreigner is more handsome?
？Foreigner.
Yeah, 外国人，你觉得白人还是黑人是比较帅？
白人比较帅。
Okay, thank you.
White foreign.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you. Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Winston. Yeah, cool. Really?
You are different from than the China human.
Really? How? Oh, 有胡子是不是?
Yes. Your Chinese say good.
Oh, thank you. Your English is very good too.
No. Just listen. I
Okay.
can understand you say, but 不是说的太好。
Okay, well, thank you very much. 谢谢啊. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, as you've seen, there is an actual example of it happening in real life. Chinese people do think that white or light-skinned foreigners are more handsome than black or dark-skinned foreigners. In fact, my friend Seamilk has just done a video about this incredibly racist advert that's just gone viral all over China, well, all over the world. It's been shown in cinemas and on TV here in China. Please go take a look at his video. He actually interviews a black guy and asks his opinion. It's worthwhile looking at.
The advertising is racist. Yeah, to me, I think so.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So, as a white foreigner, you will actually find it easier to get into a relationship with a Chinese girl for various reasons. Number one, like I said, they think that white skin is more attractive. And this is actually part of Chinese traditional culture for thousands of years now. Lighter the skin, the more... Hang on, the rain's kind of coming back. The lighter the skin, the more aristocratic, or I should say, the more upper class you are. And that is because typically people who do sort of labor-intensive work out in the sun, and I mean, people like laborers, people like farmers, they tend to have dark skin from working in the sun. Whereas people who are diplomats or who are office workers, you know, or who are princesses, princes, etc., have whiter, lighter skin because they spend all their time indoors. So just traditionally, even before they were introduced to people from the West, they always preferred whiter skin, or lighter skin, I should say. Number two, foreigners are exotic, and it works both ways. Think about it. Most people in the West think that Asians are exotic, right? They think, wow, it's something different. But here in China, of course, you see Chinese people every day. As you look around me, all you see is everyone's got the same color hair, same color eyes, same sort of features. So if you get someone who's got facial hair like me, like she pointed out a little earlier, someone who's got different color eyes, maybe blue eyes, maybe green eyes, maybe light brown, doesn't matter, something different. It's exotic, so it's something interesting, and it is definitely more attractive, or very attractive to local women here. I know what I'm talking about. And if you don't believe me, you can just take a hike. Hello. Hi. I am making a video. Yes.
For what?
I'm just making a video to show some of my friends. I want to ask you, do you think that white foreigners or black foreigners are more handsome? Which one?
Red foreigner or black foreigner?
Yeah, which one do you think is more handsome?
Red foreigner.
Oh, really? Okay, thank you.
So you're very handsome.
Oh, really? No. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Yes. Say hello.
Hi.
Great. Thank you so much.
So where are your friends? Where do your friends come from?
Oh, my friends come from America and England.
What about you? England?
Oh, yes, I'm from England. Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, you thought so? That's cool.
Because I think England is very gentle.
Oh, really?
Gentleman.
Well, thank you.
So you're a gentleman.
Thank you.
So you work in Shenzhen now?
Yes, I work here. Yeah.
For what's your job?
Oh, I make videos is my job, and also I teach some doctors.
Teach some doctors.
Yes.
So you're a medical teacher.
Yes.
Oh.
How about you? What do you do?
We are students, college students, but
cool.
we are graduating next month. So
Okay.
we are applying for jobs here in
Oh,
Shenzhen.
cool. That's a good idea. Shenzhen's great.
Yeah, I think so. It's my third time to come to Shenzhen, and
Yeah.
Shenzhen is a very energetic and a young city.
Yes.
And I think it's a lot of opportunities for us, for youth.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So which place do you work?
Oh, not here in Dongmen. I work in Nanshan.
Nanshan?
Yeah.
Nanshan, you know what? Can we take photos?
Yes, of course you can. Please. Come, let's take a photo together. Okay. Oops. Okay, I'll take my umbrella down too. Okay.
Oh, no.
All right.
Go ahead, go.
Okay, and you too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Great. Let's take a photo together.
So what's your name? Thank you.
Oh, my name is Winston. What's your name?
My name is Lucy.
Oh, very nice to meet you, Lucy.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So, so how long have you been in Shenzhen?
Oh, I've been in Shenzhen for 10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
So Shenzhen is the second hometown.
That's right. Yes. That's right.
So we are going to buy go shopping. She has to buy some clothes for summer,
Good.
and we're going to now. So see
Okay.
you later.
All right. Good luck. Bye-bye. Nice to meet you. Cool. Okay, now there's something I really want to clear up over here. I'm not saying that Chinese girls are going to prefer foreigners over local Chinese men, because there are plenty of really handsome Chinese men, successful, handsome, well-to-do Chinese men that Chinese girls will definitely be interested in as well. What I'm saying is, from the perspective of a foreigner like myself, who's a light-skinned foreigner, getting into a relationship here in China is fairly easy. And this is something I know from my own experience. I'm married to a Chinese woman. In fact, in the beginning of the video, the lady who says, "Welcome to another video," that's my wife. She's a doctor. She's from the mainland. She comes from Shaoguan. I've had a couple of fairly serious relationships here in China as well. I'm not a playboy. I'm not the kind of guy who goes out there and plays the field and tries to conquer as many women as he can. I absolutely detest that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person. So I've only had a few relationships here in China. Like I said, a couple of serious ones. So I'm speaking from experience. If I wanted to get into a relationship, I could have just chatted to those girls, for instance, who came to talk to me earlier. I could have asked for their numbers. I could have invited them out to coffee. Could have taken it further. Of course, I'm married. I'm not interested in that sort of thing. But I just want to show you as an actual demonstration there. You saw it for yourself. It's fairly easy as a foreigner to get into a relationship. But now when you're in a relationship, there are quite a few things that you're going to have to be aware of, because it's not easy. This is the part that's not easy. You know, I say Chinese girls are easy, but they're not. Here's the part that's not. Okay, first of all, China, mainland China, people are still actually very traditional here. Even the younger people, they themselves may not be traditional, but their parents and grandparents certainly are. So they have a lot of traditional pressure put on them. So as hip and, how can I say, open-minded as they may seem, they still have a family that's constantly pressuring them to get married and constantly pressuring them to do all these traditional things. Hang on, rain's picking up again. Now, because of all this family pressure, this traditional family pressure, what you're going to find out is that secretly, any Chinese girl that gets into a relationship with you is actually going to be thinking about marriage. It may sound strange to a lot of you guys out there, but people in China get married very young. It's part of the traditional family system here. And typically, when you get married, the parents move in with you and then they look after your children, and then when they get too old, you're looking after them. It's the way it works here. Something you have to take into account. You can't expect China to have the same sort of family values as we do overseas. So even if you get into a relationship with a young girl in her early 20s, she's going to want to get married fairly soon. And even if she doesn't personally want to get married, she's going to be having that pressure from her family to get married very soon. And this is a big problem for foreign guys, because we don't want to get married when we're 20. We want to get married later on in life, you know, when we're like 30, 35, whatever, whenever we feel it's right. Correct? That's how the Western world is. That's not how China is. So remember, when you get into a relationship here with a Chinese girl, that marriage is going to be on the cards, whether you like it or not, whether she likes it or not. Her family is going to be pushing her for marriage. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't get shocked if after a month you start hearing little hints about marriage, even in a joking way, because actually that's what she really wants, or at least what her parents want. The next big con to dating a Chinese woman is the mistrust. And this is something that's pretty much just endemic. It's part of the culture here as well. Because in Chinese culture, fidelity is not very good, I should say. Is that the right thing? I don't want to try and trash someone's culture. I don't want to upset anyone out there, but it's just a fact. It's quite common for Chinese men to have mistresses and to cheat on their wives. It probably comes from the fact that they get married so young, not knowing who they're getting married to, and they kind of fall out of love and start looking for love elsewhere. But it's also part of business deals here, brothels, karaoke bars that are actually full of prostitutes. It's part of the norm here. It's not something that I want to shine a light on. That's not what my videos are all about. But prostitution, mistresses, that kind of thing is a big deal in China. It's rampant, it is everywhere. And so because of this, there's a lot of mistrust. Right, guys, it's time for me to wrap up. I don't want to stand here getting soaked in this typhoon all day. So there are a couple of things I'd just like to quickly check off before we finish. Number one, Chinese girls, are they easy? They're easy to get into a relationship with, yes. Are they easy to have a relationship with? Actually, no. Because of the big cultural differences, you're constantly going to have to work on your relationship and expect to have a real relationship. Don't expect casual relationships. Are Chinese girls loose? No. The title of this video, Are Chinese Girls Easy?, is a little bit misleading. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Chinese girls are easy to get into bed. They're not going to hop into bed with you straight away. You know, depending obviously whether they're low class, middle class, or high class. It depends. It's just like anywhere else in the world. You get prudes, you get people who are lead you on. You will also get people who are very open to having sexual relationships early on. It just depends on who you meet. Do all Chinese men cheat on their wives and girlfriends? No, absolutely not. Of course you get really decent, faithful Chinese men. I've met quite a few myself. Like, if you're a decent Chinese guy, I believe you're a decent Chinese guy. As a foreigner walking around in China, are you going to get women throwing themselves at you? Yes and no. Depends on you. If you're a really handsome guy, yes, you will. Absolutely. That goes for anyone. Even if you're a really handsome black guy. Am I racist for saying that Chinese girls prefer lighter-skinned foreigners over darker-skinned foreigners? No, absolutely not. You saw, I've just spoken to some people here in public, and the general consensus is that they think white foreigners are more handsome than black foreigners. Am I an evil, immoral foreigner whose sole purpose in life is to bed as many Chinese girls as possible? No, absolutely not. I'm married, and I'm a very faithful guy. So let's put that to rest. Done. Finally, I would like to say thank you to the wonderful people who spoke to me today, the random people that came and spoke to me here on the street. I appreciate it. Thank you for being genuine and giving us your opinion. Everybody out there, I don't want you to vilify these people. This is the way China is. Their opinions are genuine, and I think they're absolutely wonderful, lovely people. And thank you guys for talking to me here on the street. Big thank you to all of you who watch my videos. Can't wait to see you in the next one. And as always, guys, stay awesome.